or would I get another piercing? Hell to the no. No, actually, why am I lying? Welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Chanel. This video is gonna be on my piercing, so it's basically going to be an update video on my piercing, and I have a couple of pointers that I want to talk about because a lot of questions that I got were, was it painful, how much was it, has it healed yet, and all of that good stuff. So without further ado, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do make sure you subscribe before you leave. Yeah, give this video a like, comment, and you know, just I got my piercing in May. I was supposed to get my piercing initially for my birthday, but then I ended up getting it like the week after my birthday because it was gifted to me, and it was for my tragus it was 150 rand, and yeah, that's when I got it done. So May, June, July, August, September, we're now in September, so I've had my piercing for a good like 3 months. The initial getting the piercing itself, like the actual piercing, it was not sore at all. All I felt was as if it like someone pinched me really hard, and then that was it. Initially I was very scared that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna bleed and it's not gonna heal properly, and that was my main concern, because you know how some people's bodies react differently to certain things. So my body is quite sensitive in that sense, so I was really scared that maybe it might not heal properly, maybe it might like cause a lump on my ear. That was like my main concern, because I didn't want my ear to all of a sudden now become disfigured because I like things. But I did bleed a lot, that's one thing I can say. I did bleed a lot, like, and it dried up on my ear really quickly, and that caused a problem when it came to like cleaning it. And then after the piercing, I did experience like a lot of swelling, and this was when the pain came. So the pain came with the swelling, and it kind of became uncomfortable because of how okay, so this is the piercing. Okay, let's say this is the piercing, and then my ear swelled up to this big. So obviously, because the piercing is kind of like pushing against my skin, it felt very uncomfortable, it felt sore, and this was when I experienced most of the pain. So it was after the actual piercing itself that I experienced most of the pain. In terms of sleeping on my ear side, I could, okay, so I initially started off sleeping on like the side that I did not have the piercing on, but then during the night I would change, but then I could not like sleep full force on the side because it would hurt, and I could feel it in my sleep that okay, something is really hurting. So what I do is I place my hand like on the pillow, and then like put my head on my hand, and then my ear would be like in between my arm and like my upper arm. So that kind of like helped with the pain. And then the next point is the cleaning. How did I clean my ear? So initially when I got my piercing done, the guy was like, use surgical spirit. Yes, use surgical spirit to clean it, and clean it twice a day for 3 months or something. Yeah, I think that's what he said, for 3 months. I got home, firstly I was like, okay, the weekend after, I got it on the weekend, so I told myself that the next weekend I was going to go into like a mall or something and get the surgical spirit. Did that happen? No, it did not, because I was lazy. I was honestly lazy. So because some of my friends had already gotten piercings before, so they kind of told me that just use salt water, like warm salt water, and then it's gonna be fine. So I started off with washing it with warm salt water, and initially I was like on my A game when it came to washing it twice a day, every day. But then as time progressed, I could not be bothered. Like, if I was tired, I would sleep. If I woke up in the morning and I was late for class, I would go to class and not clean it, and then like clean it once a day. But one thing I did make sure to do is clean it at least once a day. But because it was my tragus, I found cleaning the inside of it really hard because I could not see what I was doing. And because over time it starts developing like pus, I did not know that pus comes out. So when I first started developing pus. When I first started developing pus, it would dry up and then it would be like a lump on my ear. So that got me like really scared. I was like, oh my freak, oh my freak, oh my freak, like what the hell is going on? But yeah, I got my flatmate to kind of like look at it and see what's going on, and she was just like, nah, it's just pus and it's normal. And in all honesty, once you wet it, like the pus kind of like gets melted off, and then you just clean it off like that. And yeah, so the pus came, and then after the pus, I was still using salt water to wash it. At this point, I could not be bothered to get surgical spray because I was writing, I was having assignments, so it just did not play out well for me. So after the pus, I started noticing that I was developing a little lump on the inside of my ear, and that was not cute. So actually I did not even notice it, because I'd have my flatmate look at it like every once in a while, just to make sure that the inside is also okay, because I couldn't see the inside of my ear. Obviously I did not know what was going on back there, but hope that I was cleaning it properly. So she was like, okay, everything looks fine, it looks like it's healing fine, but it's just that there's like a little lump at the back of my ear, like on the inside. So I was like, lump? Like, did you just say lump? Because at this point in my head, all I'm thinking is, oh my gosh, my ear's gonna swell up, my ear's gonna swell up, like it's not gonna go down, like I'm gonna be like crippled forever, blah blah blah. But she was like, nah, it's probably like the pus still like stuck somehow in the sore or something like that. So I decided to Google it, and when I Googled it, it said now I can't remember what they used, but basically what it said, that okay, that lump is normal and it goes away as you wash it and all of that stuff. And it could be that pus is stuck in there, and because it can't come out, it forms a lump. So I was like, okay, at least it's normal, at least I'm not the first person experiencing that, at least it's not anything bad. But then at the same time, I had to make sure that this thing is not infected. So here came Chanel, trying to be on her A game with washing it like every single opportunity I get. Like if I could wash it 3 times a day, I would wash it 3 times a day. Now then came the catch. They were like I should use some sort of an antiseptic liquid, and because I had not been using the alcohol, I felt like that was the reason why maybe that developed as well. But then I don't know, I just, in my head it made sense. So yeah, I thought that was the reason, that it was causing that little bump. And I started washing it every day, and because it said I could use an antiseptic liquid, I was showering and then I looked at my Dettol and it said antiseptic. So I was like, it said I should use an antiseptic liquid. So I waited for my flatmate to came back. I waited for my flatmate to come back, and I was like, bro, like I can use Dettol because it's an antiseptic. But then at the same time, I knew that because my skin is very sensitive, Dettol would burn me, like it would easily burn me if not diluted. But at that point, I did not think of diluting it. I was like, I need this lump to go away, I need it to go away now. So I did not dilute the Dettol, in my head thinking that it was gonna make the process, it was gonna speed up the process basically. So I had my flatmate like wash it like once a day, sometimes twice, with Dettol. And here came the catch. My skin burnt, like my skin burnt so much that it was literally crisp. I think I have some pictures, so I'm gonna be inserting pictures as I go along. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that when the week that I got the most swelling out of my piercing, like the other side of the piercing, like the pin side that closes the whole piercing, started popping off. So every time I'd shower and then I'd like brush past it, it would pop off. And because it would pop off, and it's so tiny because I have a small ear, so they use like literally the tiniest earring, and it was so hard to put back in. And because of that, I was kind of forced, if I was by myself, I was kind of forced to just sleep and then have my friend do it at school or something like that the next morning. Hey guys, so the freakiest thing just happened right now. Hold up. So I was taking a shower. Excuse my face, I have not moisturized because I just need to get this done before I do anything else. So I was taking a shower and like the other part of my earring, like the ball part of my earring, fell off. And did I not freak out? This is what fell out. Like you can't even see properly because it's so tiny. Okay, so this is what fell out, and I'm going to try and put it back in. Because of that, the pus would like literally close off my piercing, and getting it through again was painful. Like it was painful, and I'm not even exaggerating, but it was sore because it's like me trying to pierce myself again because I had to literally push it through. So yeah, I burnt myself with Dettol because I thought it was an antiseptic, but then the skin did peel off, like the burnt skin peeled off. Oh, this is also another thing. After the swelling and everything started kind of healing, my skin around that area of my ear started peeling off, and which is absolutely normal as well, so they told me. And yeah, it's kind of like, because it gets darker, and then when it gets darker, I'm guessing the skin dies somehow and then it peels off. Yeah, but the skin around my ear started peeling off, and I just like take a tweezer and like pull it off, because sometimes it looked really disgusting, because it'd look like I don't wash my ear properly, and says I do. And yeah, that combined with the pus is not a cute look. It's definitely not a cute look, because people would be like, what? And sometimes I clean it in the morning and then go out, and then the pus would come out and then dry up when I'm outside, and then it's like really, like, now of all times, because now it looks disgusting. But yeah, so after the Dettol had kind of like healed, and it was like my whole ear was very sensitive after being burnt by the Dettol and stuff like that. So lastly, this is my 3rd month, so it's supposed to be fully healed after like 3 months, but I feel like it's not quite healed. Like it's healed, it's like 80% healed right now, but it's not like healed, because sometimes I would touch it and it'll still feel like there's still a bit of healing to be done. So yeah, I feel like I'm 80% healed right now, but I'm still not gonna take it off. Like I don't think I'm gonna take it off until like I'm like 6 months into it, because then I know that okay, it's completely healed, because I don't want this thing of me taking it off and then not being able to put it back inside, because you know 1 2 3 happened. So yeah, that is basically my piercing update. And what else? Overall, would I get another piercing? Hell to the no. I would not get another piercing, even no, actually, why am I lying? Like if someone were to offer, maybe, and it depends like what piercing I'm gonna get. But right now for myself, I don't think I'm gonna get another piercing, because it's very uncomfortable. Like okay, cool, I like things and I got it, but then now it's like okay, it's not something I think I would do again. Like in as much as sometimes I look at other piercings and I'm like, oh, that's cute, like it looks cute, but I will not get myself another piercing. That's just my thoughts on it right now. Yeah, that's it. Overall, I'm alive. I'm still alive despite burning my ear, despite me having to re-pierce myself, despite all of that. Like I'm still good, I'm still Gucci. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like now, and this is it, like kind of basically healed. And the skin around my tragus is still pretty dark, because it hasn't really gotten to the point where it's as it's back to its normal like color, you know what I'm saying? Like it hasn't gotten to the point where it's like completely healed, and that skin around there is just, you know, completely better. If you've watched till this far, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you watched till this far, do make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.